Hey guys, iDevice Help here, and as promised, today I wanted to compare iOS 11 Beta 9, which was released today by Apple, in comparison to iOS 11 Beta 8, which is on the red iPhone here today. Now, the download was relatively small file here for 41 megabytes on the iPhone 7 Plus. This one is running, again, a Beta 8, and the one on the left is running Beta 9. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the key differences and changes. Now, one issue I was coming across with iOS 11 in general was the depth effect portrait mode option in iOS 11 up to Beta 8. Now, I thought it was my device in general that was having issues with the portrait mode option, but no, it looked to be like a software issue, and it was finally fixed in Beta 9. So as you can see here, these two photos were taken from the exact same distance. As you can see, both say depth effect, which is the portrait mode option. If I go into edit here and I click depth effect to remove it, nothing really happens. Over here on Beta 9, it actually works. I was starting to think it was my device, a hardware issue, but no, it was actually a software issue, and it looks like Apple finally fixed it in Beta 9. Now, if I go into messages here and I start a conversation and I want to check my history for the purchases in the App Store, if I tap on my account and click on purchases, here Beta 9 has one less step. It takes me directly to the purchases history here. In Beta 8, you see that I have to tap one more time in order to see those purchases. And I do have only one account on both devices, so a shorter time to get to where you want to go is always good. Now, another thing to note is that Bluetooth connectivity has improved quite a bit with Beta 9, believe it or not, even though it is a small download. You see here, if I'm activating these Beats headphones here, you see that both will bring up the Bluetooth connectivity options. You see Beta 9, how quickly it did that. Beta 8 took a little bit longer, not that much, but if I click on both at the same time, you see that Beta 9 will connect first faster. So there it is. It is a little faster, and it won't connect until a little bit later in Beta 8. Now, another thing I noticed is on the status bar. You see here, this is actually a step back. Beta 8 showed the Beats on the status bar, so you can see there. Let me get a closer look. You can see the Beats icon there. In Beta 9, unfortunately, we don't have the Beats icon on the status bar. That could be hinting at the iPhone 8 getting the smaller status bar, the two ears on the side. So they try to make space here on the status bar with Bluetooth connectivity, not showing the devices. Another thing that has improved quite a bit is the speed in which the multitasker or the app switcher launches. If you watch my coverage in Beta 7 to Beta 8, and before that, the multitasker gradually got slower. This time around, Beta 9 outperforms Beta 8 on the multitasker. So 1, 2, 3. See that, how faster Beta 9 did that? Let's do that again. So, welcome improvements. It looks like Apple is finally polishing up the software. By the way, I forgot to mention the build number just in case you want to make sure you're running the latest build for iOS 11 Beta 9. It's 15A5370A. It is a longer build number with a letter at the end, so we could see another beta before the official launch. So what I'm going to do is quit all applications that are running in the background here, and I want to go ahead and run the Geekbench test to see which one performs best. And if I see any differences in terms of performance for the battery, I'll post a video. If not, I won't post a video on the battery performance. That's why I'm doing all these tests in this video right now. So I'm clearing out the memory here, and let me go ahead and see which one performs better on the Geekbench here. So let's launch the application, and let's run it at the same time. Alright, so we're almost done here with the test. Let's see which one completes the test faster. I did press both at the same time. So Beta 8 actually finished that first, and single core score is also a little higher than Beta 9. And on multi-core score, this is about the same. You know, it's not that big of a deal. The scores are pretty close to identical here. So you can see there the multi-core scores and the single core scores are pretty much identical. Now, in terms of 3D touch, you guys always wanted me to test this. As I mentioned before, it's not until Apple releases the software versions of iOS 10 or 11, whatever it is at the time, 11.1.2, that we start seeing everything smoothing out in terms of 3D touch and things like that. But you can see here that the speeds are relatively the same for that as well. Some of the splash screens here with the new beta is that do not disturb a splash screen here while restoring with iTunes. You get it in when launching, do not disturb the first time. You get it in Beta 9. Some people reported this in Beta 8, but I keep getting them in different betas. Let me know if you got this one in Beta 9. And that about brings it into this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. iOS 11, we can anticipate maybe one more beta as the Gold Master copy. Beta 10 here maybe next week on the 5th or 6th before its official launch on the 12th, which is the day I believe it's going to be introduced with Apple's new media event for the iPhone 8. And let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you happy with the improvements? Are you running iOS 11? And if you're not, are you updating? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. It's been iDevice Help. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you real soon. Peace.